to tweet this out, get everything all sorted out on YouTube, wait for people to get in here, and we're going to get underway. All right. So let's go to the dashboard. Let's go to this bad boy. And yo, what's up, Crypto Journeyman, Bitfinesse? How you guys doing? 7 watching, sweet. Guys, I'm just going to quickly edit a few things in here, get everything all up and ready. Boom. That's good. Now show more. Let's save that. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to be a minute more, just making sure this is all. Let's go to that. And I think the last thing I'm going to do here, guys, before we get going, I am quickly just going to, once this is all done, I'm going to tweet this on Twitter. Hope everyone's having a great day today. Let's get the shareable link. And so the last thing we're going to do. I'm on YouTube right now. Tweet it out. Awesome. All right, guys. Okay, we're back in here. I am looking at the chat. And all right. Crypto Journeyman, welcome to the stream. Bitfinesse, yo. Hope everyone's having a great day. Crypto Gains Club, what's up? What's up? MJ Money, what's going on? Yo, what's up from Dallas, Texas? Jason Ruby, welcome to the stream. MJ Money, need a wrench? Oh, can I do a wrench? What can we do about that? Oh, let's see here. Let me get to my channel real quick. I have to open this up. And, okay. And you want a wrench? All right. I'll give you a wrench. The more wrenches, the better. Hexacat, I see you. We're gonna. All right. Okay, I'm back in the chat. All right. Hello from Venezuela. Amazing. What's up, Raphael? Hope you're having a great day, night, morning, wherever, whatever time it is in Venezuela. Hexacat, what's up? What's up? Hey, my friend, thanks for the video. Hey, no problem, Crypto Drive. Thanks so much for watching, and thanks, guys, so much for checking out this stream and the videos so far. If you're in the stream right now, A, thank you, and B, be great if you like the video on the way in. Just get the likes up, make sure more people can see it. That would be fantastic. Z2PS, should I put my EHEX and PHEX together and swap majority for PLS when Mainnet goes live? Trying to get a strategy, still slightly new. I'm going to go over strategies in a bit here. What we're going to do, the first part of the stream is we're going to talk about Hex and the importance of Hex first. We're going to engage. I'm going to talk with you guys for a little bit and make sure everyone's coming in and go over some basic stuff, and then we'll get to this eventually. Watching live from the UK, amazing, all over the world, so cool. It's so cool how many people are tuning into these. This is a lot of fun. Beautiful day in Oklahoma. That's awesome to hear, Crypto. It's awesome to hear. Bufo on the beat, welcome. Bufo says, bro, we need some sort of tracker for the PLS tokens we have locked up in a farming pool providing liquidity. I think right now you can't see how many you lost if each until you unstake and swap out. Oh, you're talking about the farming, right? So we need some sort of tracker for the PLSX tokens that we have locked up. Yeah, because I am not a liquidity farmer, there definitely, I mean, there should be something, I guess, but maybe make a proposal in the PLSX DAO. That might be the first thing to do there. Ash, what's good? Welcome to the stream. Crypto Freedom. Good afternoon. Let's go graphics. Hex PulseX to the moon. What's up, Casey? Welcome to the stream. Montreal in the house. That's awesome. More Canada. A couple Canadians in here now. Give me tools to make money. Oh yeah, exactly. We need more tools to make more money. All right, let's keep going here. MJ Money, just want to help you, my brother. Thanks. No, I got you, man. I got you. We're giving wrenches. If you want to help, you want to be in here, guys, let me know. I'll give you a wrench. The more wrenches we have, the safer we all are. Looks like the breakup from 3.24 on Hex from 0.13 was legit. Let's see. Let's go to TradingView real quick here. I'll share my screen in a sec. Oh. Let's take a look at Hex real quick. Let's go to the Chrome tab. And let's go to Hex. Share. It's looking like we're making moves. We're almost cracking the 16-cent mark. Whoo-wee. I mean, I don't know about you, but I ain't no technical analysis aficionado, but these little nearly dojis or hammers, these are looking like it's wanting to go. This is a good sign, guys. It's not for sure yet, but that's a great sign. That's exciting. Like and share. Please, guys, like the video, share the video if you haven't. And if that big red button is making you get all excited, you should probably just smash it already. Just do it, please. We got Funding Jim in the house for Super Chat 100 USD. Holy. Thank you, Funding Jim. Thanks for the great info, excellent channel, and commentary. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it. I really do. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. MJ Money. Make sure everyone subscribes. Great alpha. I'm trying my best. If you guys are loving it, I'm very, very happy. I'm going to keep it coming. I'm going to make sure you guys are always in the know with everything I know. Crypto Drive says, by the way, I'm watching you from Brazil. Oh, that's so awesome. Holy, we're getting people from everywhere. This is so cool. Literally, we have Venezuela, UK, we got Dallas, we got a few from Canada, from Brisbane, Australia. Man, this is so rad. Broke out like an episode of Prison Break. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's keep going. Installing air cons while listening to the stream from Australia. Oh man, that's rad. I can't believe how many people are from all over the world that are in this stream. It's just so cool. Oh yeah. I got you. You know what? Here, I'm gonna take a second here, dish out some wrenches. I see some people that have been in here a while, or for the last number of streams. I mean, we've only done this is our 6th stream, so let me just give some wrenches out real quick here. Let's give a couple to you. I'm not gonna tell you who. It's gonna be a nice little surprise. Let's go you, and all right. Sweet. Okay. Got a few more wrenches going on. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Crypto Freedom. You're right. Let's go. Where are we? The more the merrier. Awesome. Okay. That's some wrenches. Let's keep going. We're almost at the bottom here, and then we'll start talking about some Hex stuff, guys. Just grab some tea. Man, I love playing tennis, but when you're giving her for like 2 hours, you don't have energy the rest of the day. So, holy moly. It's fun, but takes a lot out of you. What happens to Hex when a majority of early stakers cash out with big payouts? So, the thing is, though, there's an assumption being here. So, you're saying what happens to Hex when? The likelihood of a majority of early stakers cashing out it almost doesn't make sense because they're shooting them. See, here's the thing. Right now, I think a lot of what we've seen, like on TradingView here, if you were following what happened in all of these areas where these dips have been going on and why it's been struggling to go up, there has been a handful of wallets that have specifically been selling out their bag and basically seeming as though they're getting out slow. Like every time there's a pump, they sell a bunch, right? So as they've been doing this, they've been getting themselves out of the game. Now, here's the thing. The majority of the Hex holders, it seems, or a large portion of them, and it seems that the ones that we know of who are quite vocal, who have been in Hex from the beginning, or from very, very early, are they understand Hex, versus it seems as though that the people who are in and dumping in these situations, obviously just speculating here, but it seems as though they either don't value the system like others do, or they don't understand it and know how to utilize it. Or maybe they're just like, I'm cool with however many million I've got from, which, I mean, that's of course, like, by all means, it's your money, do whatever you want with it. But it makes more sense when you think about it like that. So if the majority of people seem like they understand what Hex is, they're not going to like cash out. Like, I mean, here's the thing. If they're taking big payouts, depends on how big it is, right? If they're taking $300,000 out of the time and they're doing it maybe, I don't know however many days or weeks apart, as we go up in price and as more people get in, it is going to be harder to move the price down. So it's going to take more dumping of Hex to actually move that price further and further and further down, right? So I don't actually think it's likely that this happens for this scenario. If it did happen, of course, it would hurt the price, but I just don't see the likelihood of that happening, to be honest. It makes zero sense. I think enough people understand Hex by now that are already in and have been in for a while, that they refuse to sell their golden goose. I know it's like my favorite term when it comes to talking about like PulseX or Hex or anything, but that is their favorite, or that is why would they sell their golden goose if they understand how it works? So they can just keep printing more Hex, and as the price goes up, the Hex is worth more and more and more. It's like free money, essentially. It's your money printer. Why would you sell it, right? I got you, Crypto Freedom. I hope you saw it. Jason, I think I gave you one as well. I sacrificed 4 ERC20 tokens. Okay, guys, remember, I said this yesterday. I want to say it again. I'll keep saying it as much as I need to. Please don't put the amounts or of anything in dollar value, or don't post how much you sacrificed for any reason. There are so many malicious scammers online. And if you haven't seen in the comments already, I can't believe it, but we already have people trying to scam with like WhatsApp and all sorts. They're getting clever. There's been 2 or 3 different accounts now I've seen in the comments that are talking about or trying to get people to bite and get them to email them. And here's the thing. If you're posting stuff like this and this is attached to a personal account, it's very easy to become targeted. And I'm not saying it will happen, but how sophisticated things are getting, it's important that we all try to eliminate putting any numbers of what we've invested in anything online as much as possible. It's just not worth it. I understand the question. I just won't bring it up on stream. I will answer it though. So I didn't know that these coins were. Hold on, let's see here. You need to go and you need to email or leave a comment on Richard Hart's posts ASAP. But he's been very good. From what I'm hearing, he has been honoring value of coins that have been sent that weren't actually accepted. But you need to try your best to go get in contact with him on Twitter. So go to Twitter and actually, let's see here. I'll post the link to his Twitter in chat. And for anyone, like if this has happened to you too, go to his page and please go and fire him as many. Just keep messaging him on Twitter. Just keep trying. All right, we got some. Looks like UK, or is it Aussie? I'm so bad with the flags, guys. I'm so sorry. I live a very sheltered life right now. Oh, hold on here. Yeah, like Crypto Freedom said, gently tap the like button, subscribe, and hit all notifications on. Support my Canadian brother. Let's go. Thank you, Crypto Freedom. I appreciate that. 4 5s, Hex, please. Yo, welcome to the stream. Tiger, welcome. Slow cat for Gary. Yeah, Gary, if you're listening to this, thank you so much. Funding Jim, that's quite generous of you. Got Danny Acosta in the house. If that's your Lambo, that's a dope Lambo. I like it. I'm a fan of Lambos. Hey, what's up here from New York? Welcome, Denny. Free wrenches for everyone. Yeah, we got to get the wrenches up. Hey, more wrenches, the better. We got Jim Rat in the house. Let's go. Man, that was a lot of fun. You know, I really enjoy those conversations where we go from talking from just shooting the poop to getting down in the depths of stuff. I love that. That was a lot of fun. I can't wait for our next conversation, man. It'll be a lot of fun. My current name is Red Button Crypto. Okay. If it's on Twitter, yeah, go to Twitter and try and get a hold of Richard Hart as quickly as you can. It's Bitboy. Yeah, it's Pieces Ego. Yeah. He seems like the person who wouldn't understand Hex. He probably actually really does understand Hex. I bet you he's got a big bag on a secret wallet somewhere. And he's got that for PulseX, PulseChain, and for Hex, honestly. YB Wash here. What's up again, man? What's up? What's up? Thanks for tuning in. We got 69 viewers. Guys, how many likes do we have in the video here? We got 32 likes. We got 68 watching. Let's get the likes up a little bit. Let's go to 50 likes, guys. We got 18 likes to get that to get to. Let's see here. Yeah, Telegram's bad too. Telegram's real bad. Hey, Craig, what's good, man? Hope you're having a great day. Thanks for checking out the stream. Also, Craig, that was a lot of fun the other night too. Your stream was great. I was definitely quite tired in that stream, so I was struggling to come up with any words for the most part, but still, it was a lot of fun. I'll come on again, or we'll do another stream when I actually have a little more life in me, and I'll be a little more lively. So thanks again for bringing me on. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, please, guys, if you're a millionaire, no good human cares what the bad guys do. Do you really want them to know? Exactly. Those are the people who will be heckling you the most if you tell them you're a millionaire or you have a lot of money. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. Thanks for all your efforts. Glad to be here to support. I appreciate that, Justin. Thank you for being here, because if you guys weren't here, I mean, what would I be doing? This wouldn't have happened. Nothing would have been going on with the channel. So, Jim Rat Crypto. Is that an NZ flag that was? I'm just so bad with flags, guys. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Yo, bro, appreciate you for doing these. Hey, thanks, Arnold Bach. You know what? You've been in here a lot. Let me give you... We need more wrenches. Hold on here. Hold on. Let's go. Where are you? Oh, I can't find it. Where is it? I don't know if I can... Oh, there we go. All right, we're getting close to the bottom here, and then we're going to move into today's topic here. So, let's go. Let's go. Yeah, exactly. A wrench society is a polite society. Let's see here. If I stacked on the last day of PulseX, it would be 10,000 points per $10 plus a 1.75x multiplier. Yeah, exactly. So the ending wasn't actually the worst time to stack if you did, but it's kind of like almost doubling your money that you're putting in, but you're getting like almost a 10x worse rate. So you're basically getting like a 5 times worse rate instead of a 10x worse rate than the beginning. A little bit worse than that, but still, you get the idea. Hey, we got a gentleman from Dubai here, Ahmed. Hey, bro, Ahmed from Dubai. Welcome to the stream. Will dumping your EHEX, will dumping your EHEX automatically dump your... No, because they're two separate chains here. So remember, when we're talking about PulseChain is over here. Ethereum is over here. What you do with now, okay, this depends, because remember, I don't know if you were here last stream, Saku, but when we were talking last stream, there is a difference. We're gonna have to get used to saying 4 different types of hexes now. Okay, we're gonna have to get used to saying hex on Ethereum and hex on PulseChain. Those are going to be the 2 main hexes that we're going to be referring to as like the originating hex on either chain. But EHEX specifically originated from Ethereum, but is hex now on PulseChain. So it has a little E before the hex. Because if you go to the bridge, let's go, and I'll show you guys real quick here for anyone that hasn't seen this. Go to Pulse Ramp. So check this out. What's PulseChain? Let's go here. Cuckoo. Okay, so now, as you can see here, on the top we've got hex, right? So this is from PulseChain, but as this PulseChain hex comes over to Ethereum, it gets this little P. This is showing where the hex originated from. So P hex, right? So when it comes to your question, will dumping your EHEX automatically pump your P hex? those are actually going to be quite, well, look, they will be related, but if you dump one hex, it may or may not affect the price as much as you think. Because here's the thing, it depends on the liquidity pools that are primarily paired for hex on both chains, right? It's not a simple answer, but more than likely just dumping your EHEX or PHEX isn't going to do a whole lot of damage. Unless you're just like Gigantor Whale, you're not going to do a whole lot. Jake Breeding, yo, what's up? How you doing, Jake? Welcome to the stream. Did I give you a wrench? I think I gave you a wrench. I better have given you a wrench. Let's go. You've been here lots. All right. Yeah, don't get married to the pack of the slab. All right. Hold on here. Yeah, this is an okay. So, who in here? Have you guys seen? Okay, I don't know how many of you, because it seems like there's a lot of you in here that are watching that are kind of immersed into the sphere of Hex and Richard Hart, PulseX, PulseChain. But for those of you that don't know, BitBoy, Coin Bureau, Altcoins Daily, and many other major influencers, they're not they're kind of gatekeeping, I guess, but they've been not talking about PulseChain, Hex, or PulseX from the beginning. So if you're following them for advice, we've seen lots of evidence and almost proof for that matter that these guys are obviously paid by CoinMarketCap and other companies or projects themselves to talk about specific coins and things coming up. So they're not talking about stuff they're not getting paid for the most part. I know BitBoy recently came out and said he wasn't going to do the sponsored stuff anymore, but guys, keep in mind, really think about who you're getting your information from. Really think about it. All right, hold on. We got the what's it called? The I hope you guys got those people that were in here. Looks like, yeah, I think so. Yeah, they're gone. Beautiful. All right. Coach, hey everyone. Hey, Captain Anthony, welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in. All right, here's a question. If stack value of tokens, this is example, only 5 EV worth the time. Okay, that's just example. Okay, good. Only 5 EV worth the time of stack $2,000, but the value shown using stack reward site says receiving BNB worth say 1,800 values don't match. What do we do? So here's the thing: if you've sacrificed, there's an average, a time weighted average over the period of time that you have thrown your money into that wallet, and I don't know how long it is, but what you need to do, okay, I'm going to drop a link into the chat here because there is is it sacrifice checker? Oh, is it here? Let's see, app. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I just want to make sure I get the right link from Richard Hart here, but there's so many damn posts. Let's see. I might have to do this later. I might have to. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do this later. It's gonna take a little too long. But what you have to do, go to Richard Hart's Twitter, and when you go to his Twitter, you're gonna find a sacrifice checker. Because I thought originally when I was looking at like PulseX lead, that my balance was lower than I expected it to be, and when I went to the sacrifice checker, it was fixed. So definitely go to Richard Hart's Twitter page and make sure that you go to the sacrifice checker and check your balance there. It'll be the accurate assessment of what you sacrificed. What would be the best way to earn passive income with PLSX? That is a good question. The best way to earn passive income is going to be on the PulseX DApp or the PulseX app. Let's go to app.v2b.testnet.pulsex.com/swap. And we're going to go to this place here called Earn. And we're going to pools. And this pool for staking your PLSX is, in my opinion, and I think everyone will agree with me here, is the best way to earn passive income. You do not have to place your PLSX in a two-sided pool and have the risks of regular farming, which is impermanent loss, or just completely losing coins, depending on how small the pool is and how much you contribute to it. There's a lot of dangers with it. And this seems like it is the easiest way to earn passive income without any kind of risk, other than just having an exploit, which is, I think, completely unreasonable to think about right now. This has been tried and tested through taking code from PancakeSwap and Uniswap. And I think this will be a great and very secure piece of online hardware, if you will, or digital hardware. And this is the best way. I mean, don't take these rewards for what you will make, because everything here is just testnet. But this is going to be great, because not only could you use this for passive income, but you could also throw this from the PLSX pools into other coins and use that to pump your bag as well. You could fatten it with buying more Hex. You could buy more PLSX. You could buy more Pulse. Depends on what you want to do. I mean, one of the best ways to earn passive income here could actually be to use this PLSX pool and earn the PRT or whatever the reward token will be when this goes live. And then if there is a limit, make a different account in your MetaMask and set up another one and send this all to the new account, and then use this to buy PLSX and put 10 million more into another account, and basically have two of these pools making reward or earning reward token for you. And you could do that, and you could stack 10 on 10 on 10 on 10 on 10 million as many times as you could, or just as much into one pool if there's no limit, right? And all of a sudden you're making some serious bank. You're basically compounding instead of just harvesting, or instead of just getting APR, you're almost getting, in a way, sort of kind of APY. You're not actually getting APY, but you're compounding it now. You're putting it back here and it's earning more. And then you're putting that back into the same thing and making more for you. So think of it like that. Keep trying not to go to the DMs, go to his comments, go to as many things as you can. Just keep trying. Okay. Also, go to the sacrifice checker. Go to his page and go to the sacrifice checker and see if your balances show, because it might show you the balance. Could you do a video on securing your wallet? Want to make sure the followers protect themselves after launch? Yes, I have been. I need to reach out to Papa B. I want to get him on, and I want to talk about hardware security and just wallet security in general. So that is on my to-do list coming up here. And I'd love to get a video, either a video or we'll get a live stream with Papa B. And I'll do little chop ups of that, and we'll throw clips around on the channel so that we just get bite-sized information if you can't tune into the whole thing. All right, let's keep going here. Let's keep going. Yeah, I noticed that. Thank you guys for getting those in check. I appreciate that. Can we bridge PulseX to ETH? That's going to be a good question. I mean, if you can bridge Hex and PulseChain or PLS over, then theoretically you should have a PPulseX, a PLSX that is able to be over on Ethereum. But it depends if someone bridges it over and creates a pool, right? It's not just, I mean, yeah, you can bridge over your PulseX, though, is the thing. You can bridge over basically anything from Pulse. So this is a good question. Will USDC copy over to PulseChain, or do I need to swap to Hex? So your USDC will get a copy over to PulseChain, but the problem is that there's a chance that because it's being copied over there, it's not pegged to anything. It may not either hold its value, or it could get invalidated. So if you're trying to get the best, if you're trying to make sure that you are getting the most secure funds when everything doubles, Hex is a great one to go with. I think it is, in my opinion, it's the best. But I think it's safer than holding something like USDC. So just food for thought. Our Hex and eHex is the same thing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so the Ethereum Hex and eHex are the same thing, but eHex is the one Hex that's on PulseChain when you're over there. All right. We got Heinz Crypto in the chat. What's up, fellas? What's up, gang? All right. Sorry. I'm like way behind here. I'm just catching up. I'm noticing you guys are talking about the influencers now. So I'm just going to speed up a little bit here, unless I see a question. Hey, I appreciate this, Life Changer. This is a cool comment. Yeah, you put out the best content up there with K4K. Time to collaborate so we can get the message out to everyone. It's all about scaling this, guys. Yeah, I agree. The more that we all do together and the more we help each other get the message out, the better that all of us will do in the long run. And it's not just about doing well; it's about empowering others too. I mean, that's the point, you know. All right, let's see here. Question: what do you think is going to happen with USDT, USDC that's getting copied over from ERC20 to PRC20 for the snapshot because they have admin keys? Would they pull the plug? Look, if I don't know what they're going to do, and I'm not going to say yes or no to what they're going to do, but I will say it's a concern. And if you understand that there's a chance, why would you play with that kind of fire? Why would you play with fire? You know, why wouldn't you just make sure that your money is in a place where you know it's going to be safe, it's going to be copied, you don't have to worry about getting turned off? It just doesn't really make sense to me, especially too because the likelihood of your money going up in value when it's in Hex when it gets copied over is actually I'd say it's pretty good. You could get a bigger bag that you could then use to buy other things on PulseChain versus just having the same amount, or maybe it goes down. We don't know what's going to do yet because it's not going to be pegged when it gets copied over. It's going to be weird. A lot of weird things could happen over on the PulseChain side. All right, hold on one second here. I need some more tea. All right. What's up, DXN? All right. Let's go. Oh, you know, I'm going to give you a wrench here. I realize you're in here. Let's get you going. You've been in here lots and lots. All right. And hey, no problem. You're very welcome. The PRT token is not an actual token. This is just a placeholder reward token for when mainnet goes live and the actual reward tokens are selected, different pools are made. We'll be able to vote in the DAO to exactly which tokens. If you're holding PLSX, you'll be able to vote. But you can only vote if you have PLSX. You'll be able to vote for which reward tokens are available, and then these pools there should be more than one, and you'll be able to stake your PLSX in there and earn the reward. But again, it's just a placeholder token. It's not worth anything, and it probably will not. You will not see that when mainnet goes live. It will be something else, more than likely. Yes, exactly. So this is a great strategy, guys. So what Jake's saying, smart play is to load up on eHex, use PHEX as dry powder for mainnet release. So what he's saying here is load up on Ethereum Hex. So the Hex that we have on Ethereum right now is to load up on that and then use your Pulse Hex that gets copied as and dry powder is basically just saying like your free to use liquidity, your money that is not tied up or staked or anything. And you could just use that to buy either PLSX or PLS or anything else you want to buy for that matter. On the PulseChain when it goes live, and you'll have that immediately once the bridge opens, right? So this is a great strategy. And plus, the thing is, like I was saying before, there's a chance that when the bridge opens, some people come over from Ethereum to buy the PulseChain Hex. And when that happens, the price of the PulseChain Hex inflates even a little bit. And when that happens, your free copy, your bag of free Hex is growing a little bit, right? And then now that bigger bag you can use to then purchase whatever it is that you want. So I personally think that Hex is the best thing to hold right now. And hey, here's the thing. Hex could go up in price. I mean, it could go down. It could go up. So this is just complete speculation. Hex is looking fairly healthy right now. From a lot of people that I've been seeing that are quite technically or good at technical analysis, there's a lot of good indicators. It's not meaning it's for sure going to go up, but it could be a bonus too. Your bag could go up from now and then it gets copied and then it goes up on PulseChain too. So plus, here's actually something. So if mainnet goes live, I'm going to speculate here and say that I think Pulse or Hex will see a nice juicy pump. I don't know how much, but it'll see a decent little run up because people are going to be wanting to, or if it gets announced when it's going to be, you're going to see Hex jump. It's going to run up because people are going to want to load up on Hex for their free copy. Or people might not know that you can't get their copy anymore and they still just might buy a ton of Hex. So it might be like, I just think it's a good time to buy Hex for that specific situation. All right. Perfect. All right. Let's go here. Good or opportunities if bot doesn't work here. Jesse Laval, I don't understand your question. If you could clarify, please, then I can definitely answer that better. Yeah, from what I've been hearing, DAI is the safest stablecoin to hold on to. But again, I have to do more research. I have had not a lot of time to dive into this. So this is one thing I want to get to this week. So I want to get Papa B on here at some point, maybe not this week, but in the next week or so, as soon as I can. I got to do the deep dive on the stable coins, and I got to keep you guys up to date with everything else. So I will get to these as soon as possible. But from everything I've heard, DAI seems like it is the safer, it's a safer copy to have, or it's the safer stable coin to have. Hey, no problem. No problem, Hex Deck. I got you. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hope you're having a good day. It was a lot of fun with you on stream the other night. Listen to all the stories. It's great to meet you. All right, let's go. Let's go. Here's another one. Oh, here. Sorry, I missed you there. Come get me, aliens. Welcome to the stream. If you bridge over your EHEX to PulseChain, will it retain its USD value? Yes. Yes, it will. Hey, love your channel. Great videos. So, Sami, thank you so much for tuning in. Hey, love your channel. Great videos. How will we be able to see claim the copy of our staked Hex on PulseChain? Shout out all the way from France. Awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in. When you'll be able to see, well, you won't have to claim anything. So, guys, for everyone in here that's curious about how their coins and tokens are going to come into fruition or how they're going to be able to see them, all you've got to do. Okay, you know, I'm going to change my screen here so you guys can see exactly. We're going to go window. Yes. Okay, so then we got this. So, and I think this is the right. So when I open this, we're going to go to this one here. And when you're in your wallet, in order to actually get or find out where your tokens are, if you're on Ethereum, all you've got to do is go to this top little tab here. Oh, you guys can't see this. No. Right. Oh, damn. Okay, hold on. Sorry. I didn't realize that. I have to switch my screen share. Let's go to window. No, entire screen. Share. Cool. So when I open this up here, cancel. So I'm on Ethereum right now, right? Up at the top here in your MetaMask. This is what you're going to want to do. This is all you have to do to claim your free tokens when PulseChain goes live. Okay. It's as simple as this. You open up your wallet like I have here. You click this button. You will not see PulseChain mainnet here. So what you're going to have to do is you go to add network. You click this and it's going to bring you to this screen. Now, once you're here, you go to pulsechain.com, which is in the link or is in the description to this stream. You come here and you take you have the network name. So you copy that, you go to MetaMask, you go network name. You come back over and you copy each one of these in here into MetaMask, and then you press save. And then when you come over to your MetaMask, where is it here? You go to the top, you clickety-click, and you click on PulseChain. And then boom, you've got all of your stuff will be loaded over when mainnet goes live. It is really that simple. It's stress-free. You just have a couple clicks, you type in a couple things, and you claim and you get your tokens. You have to claim them or do anything. To see the staked Hex in PulseChain, all you have to do is go to go.hex.com/stake. And this is actually perfect because I did want to talk about Hex today for people who don't understand Hex properly. Go through it and really show the power on why Hex is important to understand. So you go to hex.com/stake and it will show you all of your stakes. Clearly, I don't have any. So this is all going to come up with your start and end date, your progress, your chart for your APYs, your principal, your T-shares, your yield, Hex, everything. Okay. That's all going to be at go.hex.com/stake. And I'll actually put that in the link to this stream, just so that way everyone can find it. And I'm just going to put this go to hex.com/stake. Perfect. Okay. So that's there. And I hope that answered your question. All right, let's keep going here. Yes, at some point I would love to make a video about stablecoins, especially DAI. Let's keep going. All right, 40 minutes. All right, loving your show. Loving your channel, sir. I'll contribute to the occasional joke. Awesome. We need that. Thanks, Alan. We need more jokes, man. We get a laugh in here. That'd be awesome. All right, let's keep going. The chart looks exactly like it did right now before it went parabolic to 51. Man, I know. I don't want to put hopium in everyone's hearts and souls right now, but man, it's looking good. It's looking real good. He said the fixer bot might not work on Uniswap v3. True. Right. So if that happens, then things might change. And if it can't work on Uniswap v3, well, I might have to come up with a video to explain a different strategy on the ways to acquire whatever it is you want to acquire, because that might change things. All right, that was done. Yep. The DAO is done. Now it's just V3 integrated into AMM, and we are golden. Exactly. We're so close. We're so close, but it may not be able to get integrated. So we'll see. Hello, Sandy Beach. Happy Sunday. Yes, hit the likes, share, and subscribe, guys. Guys, already, let's see how many likes we got in here so far. Let's go back to the video. And we're going, let's see. We got 16. Oh, okay. We got 69 likes. So, guys, we got 103 watching, 104 watching. Let's get up to 90 likes. So we need 21 likes. If you haven't already, please smash the thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And if that red button there that's kind of sitting just off to the right below the thumb is something you are liking, then you should probably just go ahead and hit it. So that would be fantastic. But let's get back into, where is it here? Let's go to the Chrome tab, and we're going to go to PulseChain.com. Cool. And then we're going to go to, let's see here. Yeah, Alan, at some point, like this is a little bit more of a complicated thing. I don't want to necessarily make people that don't understand it make a bad decision. So for those of you who understand what Alan is saying here, this is true. There is an opportunity to make some serious gains. But if you're having trouble understanding what Alan's talking about, then just stick to whatever game plan you have already. Everyone gets a wrench. Yep. Everyone got a wrench. Let's see here. Let's see here. Aaron's got a question here. Okay, so I get that the USDC, USDT will be risky due to the fact that they won't be pegged to anything. However, for pre-bridge, would I be able to trade the copy of the USDC, USDT for PLS or PLSX? Yes, because there will be all ratio trading, right? So you will be able to. Absolutely. That's all I'll say on that. Whether I would advise it or not, I mean, that is completely discretionary. It's outside of what I should and should not talk about. It's totally up to you. It sounds like you have an understanding enough where you would be able to figure out if that's something you want to do. So yes, you could 100%. Caress the like button. Yes, please. All right, guys. I'm at the bottom of the chat here. Let's see. Let me get a couple more questions and and then we're going to get into some Hex talk real quick. Do you expect both PLS and PLSX to go live on the same date? Yes, because when PulseChain goes live, everything else goes live with it. It's as simple as that, really. PulseChain is the nest that everything lives in, and as soon as that gets turned on, everything else goes live with it. As simply as I can put it. Yeah, that's if you are thinking of these advanced maneuvers, then this might be the way to go, but make sure you're doing your research. Again, if you're understanding what Sandy is saying here, what Alan was saying, then consider this. But if not, I'm not going to get into it here because I don't want to get newer people wrecked. And here's a good question. How do we get our ERC20s from our Coinbase wallet? Just search up how to send how to send money or how to send crypto from Coinbase to MetaMask or whatever your wallet is, and you'll get an article. It's a few steps. You just take your what's it called? You take your wallet address and you paste it in on one of the parts in Coinbase, and it will send it out. You might have to pay like a $17 or $20 fee, and that's it. But definitely look that up on Google. Google how to send ERC20 to Coinbase. Yes, exactly here. Nothing wrong with holding your positions and not risking your bags. Exactly. Sometimes it's just better to sit and hold, especially if you're not 100% sure what you're doing. You're way better off to sit still and not make a silly move. For newer pools, yes, like because there's not going to be PLSX pools, right? Those are going to have to be made, and maybe in PLSX to Hex, PLSX to PLS. Those are going to be the pools that are going to be preset. So if those are not preset, so if someone is wanting to trade those, they could set the ratio of the pool, and you will see it on PulseChain, or sorry, PulseX. But you got to watch out. And actually, let's go there right now. Let's just make sure everyone understands how to actually go in here and see the ratios. So when you come in here and you're on this site, right? This is the exchange portion. The easiest way to figure out what, like, let's say you want to trade PulseX for PLS, right? And this is pre-bridge and you want to see what's going on. You type in, let's do one PulseX. So one PulseX gets you 0.372 pulse. So the ratio, if we flip this, is actually 1 pulse to 2.66 pulse X. And you can see this ratio here as well. So this is how you find out what the ratio is, and you won't see this dollar value pre-bridge. So this is a way, if you're considering doing it, this is how you would see what the actual trade would look like. All right, if we can bridge our PETH to the ETH side, wouldn't it have a bad effect on price because the supply would rise? No, because remember, think of it like this. You have your PulseChain hex and you have your Ethereum hex. And those prices, like, it won't affect the price by bringing it over because they're separate, right? All you're doing is you're bringing this hex from PulseChain over to Ethereum, and it may live there, but it is only still a part of the supply from PulseChain. It just currently is on Ethereum, and it would be vice versa. So if you had Ethereum hex on PulseChain, which would be EHEX, that's still Ethereum hex, not inflating the overall supply. The supplies are two separate supplies. They're two different smart contracts, right? So there's two different protocols. They're the same protocol, but on two different chains, right? Hope that explains that. Oh, we got a super chat. Super chat, $4.99. Got to jump. Thanks for the info. Stake this $4.99 for 15 years. I will. Just for you, Arnold. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Have a great rest of your day. What did you say there, Alan? Let's see. What was the question before? If we can bridge our PETH to the ETH side, wouldn't have a bad effect on price because the supply would rise. And then you said, I'm not really sure what it burns it on the way out if you bridge it. It burns it on the way out if you bridge it. Because it's really locking in the bridge, is it not, Alan? That's my understanding of it. But we'll see here. All right. So I'm seeing we're all caught up on the comments. So what we're going to do now, we talked about Pulse and PulseX a little bit. Let's talk about Hex. So guys, girls, everybody, if you don't understand Hex, today is the day we're going to go over and figure out what it is, what it's all about, why it is so powerful. And before we do, though, I just realized we got almost 130 people watching the stream. And so I got to ask, guys, let's get over 100 likes. We got 10 likes to get there. Just 10 more likes. Smash that thumbs up button. If you're enjoying the content, if you're enjoying the stream, there's a big red button just off to the right of that as well. I would love if you smash that as well. It would make me very happy. I would appreciate you being a subscriber. There's lots more to come, lots of streams, lots of videos. We're going to get everyone up to date and educated. So please do that. Now, when it comes to Hex, actually, you know what? We're going to bring up, we're going to do a little presentation stuff here. I'm going to bring up, let's go Keynote, and let's go to, where is it? I'm going to bring up, we're going to talk about a previous video I did. And we're going to go over specifically Oh, it's not loading. Weird. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Yeah, we're going slideshow today. All right. Let's go. We're gotta do this. Gotta do this. Window. I'm gonna share that. Okay. So guys, I'm gonna go through this. I did this in a video previously, but we're gonna stop and we're gonna go through this. And I have the chat up. And if you guys have questions, we're gonna go through it as we run through this presentation. Okay. We're gonna try this out. We haven't done this before. We're gonna try it out. So the Hex T-Share. It is the most profitable time lock ever created, at least in my opinion. I don't think that it's pretty indisputable at this point. So why? Okay. We're going to start off here a little ahead. And first, what we have to do is I'm going to create another slide here, actually. Sorry. We're going to go add slide. So let's lay out what the pieces of Hex are. Okay. We're going to put everything out on the table and talk about the moving parts in Hex, right? So, parts of Hex. Whoops. Okay, so for one, okay, you have the token itself, right? Obviously, you've got that. You have let's go token supply of, I think it's like 650 trillion. Perfect. So we got that 650 trillion, and we also have yearly inflation of 3.69%. And then we also have, so there is the smart contract / staking protocol. And then we also have the T-Share. I think I nailed everything there. So when we're talking about Hex here, we've got the whole token supply. This is everything this is the main core of the parts of Hex. Okay. And there's more to this than just simply talking about these pieces, because the T-Share has, and the smart contract staking function also has some more benefits to it, like for you can end this if you end stakes and whatnot. So we'll get to that soon. But the token supply is around 650 trillion. Yearly inflation is programmed into the code at 3.69%. Okay. So 3.69% yearly is not actually always realized. And what I mean by this is, as people stake, that's getting paid to people, but the inflation isn't actually coming into the system. So I hope that's making sense. Let me just pop into the comments real quick here and make sure everyone's following. Let's see here. All right. You guys have got it under control. Right on. All right. One sec. Oh, right. Yes. Sorry, not trillions. I'm so used to talking trillions. Yes. Billions. Wow. Thank you for that catch. Sweet. Yes. Deferred inflation. Exactly. Guys, I'm going to hold this up here. Deferred inflation. So here's the really cool thing about Hex. Okay. When you are staked. So if we go to go.hex.com and we type in, I'll share the screen here real quick. We're going to get out of this one. We're going to go to Chrome tab. Let's go to Hex stake. So when you're in here, if you type in here, this is where you would come to stake your Hex. Okay. So what staking does is it allows you to basically lock your Hex for, let's do 10,000, let's do 1,000 Hex for between 1 and 5555 days, right? Which is 15.2 years. So what you're essentially doing when you say this is that you are locking up your money, and you're essentially, this is like a truth engine. Okay. So when you're in here, you are not able to end stake. You can stop it early if you want to, but you can't pull money out of here early without some sort of penalty. Okay. So when you're locking this up, you're basically placing this hex into the system and it is removing it from supply, essentially, is burning it. Okay. And it replaces it with this thing called the T-Share. Now, this T-Share is the mechanism that pays you based on how much you staked and how long you staked for. Okay. So if you do 10,000 hex for 5555, it's going to burn this hex, right? But the cool thing about the hex system is it gives you a bonus at which it pays you for. So that means if you stake 10,000 hex for 15 years, the system is going to give you a bonus of 20,000 hex. Not that you're going to earn, but it gives you what it will calculate its payout at based on that number. So you get 10,000 plus 20,000. The system is going to pay you as though you gave them 30,000 hex to the system over the course of 5,555 days. Okay. Now, why this is important to know is that as you go on in time, this T-Share rate, every time someone ends a stake, this T-Share rate is always increasing. So it's getting harder and harder and harder to buy T-Shares. It costs more every single time someone ends a stake. So 10 years down the road, when it's 100,000 hex for a T-Share, you're still getting paid 1.4 T-Shares or a payout based on having 1.4 T-Shares. So basically you're getting paid for having 140,000 hex when you only have staked 30,000 hex. And you're getting the life of hex. You're getting paid at that rate. It's really, really, really cool. Hex is incredibly powerful. Where do I go here? All right, so let me just stop here and let me just make sure everything's making sense. Oh, it's too kind of you. Thanks. I appreciate it anyways, Thomas Turner, man. Thanks so much. Hope your travels are safe. Hope you're enjoying yourself. Hope you're having a good time. Going around the globe right now would be awesome. Definitely very jealous. Sweet. Okay, so let me just check real quick here. What are we at here for likes? Got 113 likes. There's 124 of us watching. Guys, if we could get the likes up to 120, that'd be awesome. So let's do that right now real quick. So Samis, okay, I see. All right, let's go back to the chat. We got 120 likes. That was okay, awesome. Okay. So Sami, if you put in the chat here exactly what you don't, try your best to just reiterate exactly what it is that I'm missing for you, and I will make sure that I clarify for you. Okay, because this is going to be a big Hex is not going anywhere, and it's a there's a very high potential that we see a lot of movement in price over the next coming years as people understand its potential and understand what it is and what it can do. Think of it like a savings account on steroids, but you can't touch it until the day that you signed on the contract to be able to do anything with it. You can go and you could break that contract, but you're going to have to pay for it. Okay. So if you clarify your questions to me, then I can definitely answer that. All right, let's go here. Would you receive any reward before staking period ends? You'll be getting your rewards, but they'll be basically paid to you in the actual contract itself. So you won't be able to realize them until the day that the stake is matured or done. Now, there are things like Hedron, which has come out, where if you're staked, now this is a really cool thing, okay? So I'm going to take a moment here, just make you guys who don't already know about how critical Hex is going to be to a lot of people and to developers. It is basically going to be the backbone for a lot of projects. There's 2 or 3 that I know of that are coming out that I'm not going to talk about here until I fully understand them. But one is called Hedron. And what Hedron does is if you are staked, if you have a stake in Hex, just by having that, you are getting free Hedron every single day for the life of that stake. So what's happening here is that normally there's delayed gratification that you have to basically go through in order to get your reward from Hex. Now, what Hedron does is it allows you to not be stuck for 5, 10, 15, a year, however many years, and pull money and basically get liquidity or money out of that stake without having to end it, right? So you're getting Hedron every single day for the life of stake, and more things are being built. There are 2 more, like I said, that I'm not going to talk about now that are coming that are looking very interesting. And I think we're going to see more and more layers built on top of Hex. So the sooner you understand it and the sooner you realize its potential, if you get in, you're likely to benefit from these projects. And you shouldn't get in just to benefit from the projects. You should only get in if you understand it and you know that this is something you want to invest in. But again, this is not financial advice. I'm just making the information clear to everyone on the stream here. But there's a lot of stuff that looks like it's going to come. And I mean, like, we got our copies on PulseChain as well. So if you stake Hex or you have Hex staked, you get your Hedron, right? So you have the Hedron that you're able to get. Plus, when PulseChain comes over, you're getting the Hedron that you got for free from having your Hex stake, and you're getting your copy of Hex. So you're getting, if you buy Hex now, you're getting 4 things for the price of 1. 4 things for the price of 1. And that one thing is already at a major discount. Think about that. All right, let's keep going through some questions here before I keep going. So do I have to buy more Hex when stake ends? You never have to do anything. When your stake ends, you're going to get your reward, and you can either restake some or all of it, or none of it, depends on what you want to do. But you don't have to buy more when your stake ends. You will have more Hex than when you started. You always will. EJ, is Hex and TRX a similar comparison? TRX is a blockchain. Hex is a smart contract that lives on a blockchain. So they are very different. Hey, William, I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I don't think I saw your name in the chat earlier, so welcome if you just got here. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, they're similar in the fact they're both blockchains. And I am not super fluent on TRX. I've been learning some interesting things that I need to look more into before I speak about it. But Tron actually doesn't seem like it's all too bad. But yeah, they're both blockchain technologies. So, oh, I see what you're saying. We have a total. Oh, okay. I see. My bad. Yeah, I'm late to the conversation. Let's go to here. Hey, thank you, Thomas. I appreciate that. All right, so let me just make sure that everyone is a great evening, morning. Okay. Hey, appreciate the DXian. If you're heading out for the night, have a great night. We'll see you very soon. Oh, this is a good question. Okay. Yeah, let's talk about this for a second. So how do you spread out your 100% portion between Hex, PLS, and PLSX? So it depends on, like, if you have already most of your money. Let's say the hypothetical switch situation that you have money that you mostly have invested in Hex. So you're going to get that free copy on PulseChain, right? You're going to already have 50%. You're basically getting doubled. So essentially, even though it's still 100% of your portfolio at that point, will be between the 2 hexes when the chain goes live. So you have 2 options. One is to use that bag of Hex that's free and then may increase in value. You have the option to use that to purchase your PLS and PLSX. Now, it's difficult because it depends on your situation, right? If you are thinking, if everything going on in your life and the way you want to invest, and you've laid all your strategies out and you think that it's better for you to go to a short-term year, 2, 3 years game plan, then it may be more wise to go to something like PLS or PLSX. You know, PLSX in its early days, I think, is going to do unbelievable numbers. And it's just speculation, just based on what I've seen and based on how the protocol is designed. But you may want to divvy up heavier on the PLSX side if you're a little bit more short-term minded. If you want to spread your wealth out to the medium to long term, you may want to go more into, you may want to have obviously some PulseX because you're going to be able to have the gains from that. Plus, you're going to have the passive income through the staking pools. But I think PLS will outperform PLSX in the medium to long term. So you may want to stay heavier on the PLS side, and your Hex is staked for a little longer as well, right? And then if you're wanting to go the long term, you may want to just have the most Hex as the majority of your bag, and then divvy up to whatever you think for the remainder for Pulse and PulseX, and stake for 10 to 15 years on the Hex side. So it really depends on what you want to do in your life. Ask yourself, how soon are you willing to take a bit out, extract value from your investments? Or how do you want to structure your investments to give you money? Like, can you sustain yourself without touching your investments, or would you have to use your investments in a year or two? Just think about the big picture and think about what makes the most sense for your investment portfolio if you want to do long-term or short-term. I hope that answers your question. Sorry, that was a little bit long-winded there, but let's see. I believe so. Yes. We have to pay for the gas fee. You're not paying for the thing itself, but you're paying just for the mint function. So yeah, there's probably a taxable event somewhere in there. I am not your tax advisor, so I'm not going to talk much about it. Let's keep going here. I'm just going to go right to the bottom here just to make sure that I'm not getting too far behind. All right. Here's a good question. All right. So King Richard says Mainnet is likely next month. Some content creators say they believe September. See, he said it's okay. If we go to, what would he say? When Alex Svetsky was talking with him about when PulseChain was going to go live, he said PulseChain could go live within the next month, right? And there's two things that I think in that conversation that were important to note. One was the context of, it was like the emotions were not emotions, because he's pretty cool and collected the whole time, but it was in the heat of conversation, and it was in the under the conversation guise of talking about how PulseChain could beat ETH 2.0 to the market, right? And he was also saying that ETH 2.0 will not come out before PulseChain, right? That was what he was saying. So I think we could see it in the next month. I would stay on it. Like, we should be every single day and just checking in to make sure that something hasn't changed and that Mainnet didn't go live overnight. But I think it's healthier to set a date where, as long as you've got your plan, your strategy in place, and you know exactly what you're going to do, you've got all things set up, you've got your money in exactly which investments you are, which cryptos you want in the right wallet, you're ready to go, you're sitting there, and you're still researching and you're getting practice with the testnet. As long as you're doing that and you're up to date every day, I think it's safer to expect the future. So that way, like, you're not expecting a month and it's not like a mental letdown when it's another 2 or 3 or 4 months. I think I don't think, like, September's a long way off. Honestly, that's a really long time away. But hey, the thing is like, it seems like we're close, but we don't know what needs to be done under the hood, right? So personally, I think it's healthier to go the other route. All right, let's see here. That might not be a bad prediction. I mean, if it's April, hey, you know what? I am all for it if it happens. Let's see here. Oh, right on. Watching from Adelaide, Australia. Thank you so much for tuning in, Dave. I really appreciate it. I hope you're having a great day. Completion fails in the house. Welcome. Hey, you gotta hold on. You do have a wrench. Okay, sweet. All right. So, guys, I'm going to ask you here, because we were talking about Hex, but it seems like everyone so far is more curious about PulseChain and PulseX in the chat. So, what we'll do today, I'm not going to force the matter and force this down your throat. So, if you have questions, guys, Drop them in the chat and let's start to clear some things up. I like this question. We'll go with this one. In your opinion, what makes PLS outstanding when lots of layer one in the market now? Obviously, it was Solana and BNB and Terra. Well, here's the thing. We've already seen what Ethereum was able to do and create, and the amount of people that transacted on that network, and what was able to be built, and it's the largest ecosystem in the blockchain ecosystem right now. So this is a rebirth of that system. And not only is it a rebirth, but it's a new opportunity to get in on that ground floor people may have missed out on. And not only, especially for the ETH token, right? You're getting a rebirth, a re-opportunity for that original ETH token that went from 0.75 cents or 0.7 all the way to $4,800 or $4,900, which is, I think it was a 14 or something thousand X, right? And while I'm not saying that PulseChain will do a 14,000X, what I am saying is it's an opportunity in case that happens. So this is just the opportunity that I'm talking about here, what makes it outstanding. But when it comes to comparison to other L1 specifically, it's doing what no other L1 has done. It's taking the best, or not the best, but the most tried and true smart contract based network, and it is making improvements on it that is going to beat it to market, and it's bringing an entire ecosystem. It's bringing a full mall over when the mall is duplicated, right? And that hasn't been done before. And while it's PulseChain may not be the absolute most innovative, it doesn't need to be, because all it needs to be successful is the few things that's got. So it's got the speed, it's got eco-friendliness, but it's bringing over the ecosystem. It's fixing and it's taking a load off of the main ecosystem in the cryptosphere. And that's what it's solving. It doesn't necessarily need to solve a specific technical problem as far as layer one solutions, but I believe anyways, this is my interpretation of it, is that PulseChain is solving more of a market issue than anything else, which is still very, very important and relevant for years to come. All right, make sure I'm not missing anything. Yes, yeah, the rebirth is important to note here. You get a second chance at getting those gains that you missed out on Ethereum. Yeah, exactly. Everything has launched empty except for PulseChain. This is the first time we've ever seen it. Let's see. If I could spell what I get a wrench, how about I just give you a wrench, Thomas? Let's just get you one of those. Oh, where is it here? All right, hold on. I'm in the wrong. Where am I? There I am. Cool. Let's go to, real quick, I just want to get off this and go to the app for PulseX. And let's keep going. Yes, guys. Okay, this is a really important. This is something we need to really realize here. So first, ETH is getting diluted. So if you're holding ETH, it's not a good idea. But here's why. You do not want to hold ETH for the fork, because if you hold ETH for the fork, right, you are getting, so one Ethereum right now, how much is Ethereum worth? I hate to go to this site, but Ethereum price is even worth. So that's Canadian dollars. Let's go to US. Oh God. USD. Oh. Is it 35.15? Really? Hold on. Is it really that? Damn, is he making a comeback? All right, guys, I'm distracted right now, but I want to see this real quick here. ETH. See. Holy moly! Yeah, they made a nice little comeback. Cool. Okay, so right now that just proves my point even more. Okay, so check this out. It's even more important now. So ETH, if you're holding ETH, one Ethereum is worth $3,509 US. If you hold one Ethereum is worth $3,509. The price of PulseChain or Pulse when it launches will likely be between 0.0001 of a dollar and 0.001 of a dollar, somewhere in that range. So your $3,500 is now worth a tenth or a hundredth of a penny. Do not hold ETH for the fork. Hold as little ETH as you can in the meantime. Figure out what strategy you want to use for the fork when PulseChain goes live, and consider placing your Ethereum into that token. Again, I'm not telling you what to do here, but it is really important to not waste this opportunity. You make the most of it, okay? Want to make sure that when PulseChain goes live, you get every dollar's worth of free coin over. And you don't want to have your money in the most diluted coin possible, the only coin that will really get diluted when it comes to the fork. Okay? I hope that makes sense. I hope you're all following me. Yeah, ETH, not PETH. It's true. We got Hugh Hefner, the one and only. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, can you explain the concept of copy tokens? So it's when we say copy tokens, I want you to imagine like this hand here is everything on Ethereum, right? This is all going to get duplicated, go and get another copy over here. So all the tokens, all the infrastructure on ETH, all the smart contracts, all the projects are all getting duplicated, along with all of the tokens that anyone holds, including NFTs, so like JPEGs, Hex, you got USDC, all that stuff is getting copied over to the Pulse chain. And it's not like a copy token. It's just a new version of that same token. It's a duplicate, but it's a real token. Okay. So that's a quick and simple explanation of that for you. If you have more questions, yeah, just toss one down in the chat some more and we'll keep going. Hey, no problem, Delight. I'm glad you got your answers. Yes. Pulse will change so many people's lives. I cannot wait to see all of this in 2 years. 3 years. I can't wait to hear about all the people's lives that have been changed and are so much better off. Yo, Papa Lava, I see you there. Cheers. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Let's see here. We got Unknown, a wild unknown. How to bridge Hex to Pulse chain whilst retaining EHEX dollar value. So you just will. When you bring your Hex from Ethereum over to Pulse chain, that Hex still has its value attached to it. And when you bring it over and you trade it with another pair, it still will hold its value. So it'll just all happen when the bridge is made. Everything will be interconnected. It'll be very easy to do that. Don't need to look too far into it to wonder how it's all going to retain value. It's all due to liquidity pools and what its price is on its original chain, right? Because what happens on Pulse chain for Hex from Ethereum will also affect Hex on Ethereum's price. So let's see here. Ooh, this is an interesting one. Yeah. So, okay, by the way, I think if you're staking ERC20 tokens that are not Hex, you won't be able to unlock them unless that project creates a front end on Pulse. That's a good point. Okay, so what Alan is saying here, because I know some of you may not understand what a front end is. Okay, so let's go to go.hex.com real quick. So this site where I can press a bunch of different numbers into the thing, and we could stake it, and it shows you what your stake length is and how much rewards you're getting. This is called a front end. Okay, this allows you to interact with the smart contract in the protocol. If this didn't exist, there would be no way to get in or out of your stake or create a stake. Sorry. there has to be a front end involved in order for you to use your tokens to interact with the blockchain or the smart contract, right? So the problem is if you're staking something that doesn't already have a front end, you may have to wait and you won't be able to unlock them unless that project creates a front end on PulseChain. So just consider it. This is why another thing that makes Hex more of a likely candidate in my mind, because not only for all the reasons we've talked about, but it has a front end. Like this is the PulseChain front end that we're looking at here. That says sample only on it. We know it's done. We know it works, and we know it will work immediately when PulseChain goes live. Right? So I hope this is making sense. Again, the front end is the interface that allows you to interact with a smart contract and put in or take out coins. If you have coins in with a protocol that doesn't have a front end made on Pulse or PulseChain, you may not be able to take out those coins. Food for thought. Okay, let's keep going here. Canada, eh? Yeah, buddy. Hexatarian, welcome to the stream. Nice. T-bone dips. Yep. You got to load up. I would like to be able to load up some more, but I'm waiting. I'm holding out. Let's see. Manipulate, so I have to hold ETH. So here's the thing. Okay. Another thing that's cool to think about here. Let's go to my wallet, and so if you have, so think about it this way. Okay, so one PLS is, so the transactions are for gas fees on the testnet right now are 0.001 to 0.0001 of a pulse token, right? So that means that you're likely to get between 1,000 and 10,000 transactions for a single pulse token. So all you need to do is, there's two things you can do. If you haven't already heard of Free Pulse, we'll go there. I'll make sure everyone's aware of Free Pulse. But if you decided you wanted a little bit to guarantee, you wanted to make sure something gets copied over, you could leave 0.001 ETH in your wallet, and you will get guaranteed at least one transaction. At least a bunch of transactions, actually. If you go 0.01 ETH, you will get between 10 and 100 transactions. So you only need to have a little bit of ETH if you really wanted to make sure something gets copied over. But just to make it even easier, so that way you don't have to worry about holding ETH and getting diluted, because still that's dollar value that's not getting utilized. That's just sitting there. You're basically getting diluted enormously. So the best way to do this is we're going to go to freepulse.io. We're going to go here. And so guys, for anyone that hasn't seen freepulse.io yet, I'm going to drop it in the chat. No, I'm way behind on the comments here. I'm sorry. But for everyone that's wanting to know how to make sure you have at least one PLS token, which is between 1,000 and 10,000 transactions with just one token, you go to freepulse.io. When you're here, you will connect your wallet. Mine's already connected, so it will not ask me to do it. But normally you say connect this wallet. You click OK, it hooks it up. Then you come to this where you have to click I am human. It's going to show you an image, and you have to click the images of, for this one, containing a seaplane. So I'm going to clickety, clickety, click, click, and then verify. And what it's going to do is it's going to roll a number. And this number happened to be 8388. So lucky day for me. I actually just got 71 Pulse tokens just for rolling this, because here's the numbers. Between 0 and 7889 is 1. Anything above that is 71, 713, 7,133, 71,333, and then 1.4 million tokens. And you can do this, guys, every hour for every day. every hour of every day. If you could do this, you could seriously do this for 24 hours a day. Free PLS. You don't need to hold ETH. You don't need to dilute yourself. If you're not planning on making any transactions on Ethereum over the next while, then the best way to handle the situation is to put your money in the ERC20 you want to get copied over, get every coin possible copied over, and then just use freepulse.io to get your free Pulse tokens. Let's keep going here. I hope that answered the question. Unsung Hero, hey, welcome to the stream. Thank you for checking out the stream. And I agree with this completely. I think PulseChain and PulseX, it'll change at a minimum. It will change people's lives. It may not make people incredibly wealthy. I do think there's a very high chance of that, but I think more likely it will just create so much positive impact on so many people, which is why I'm doing this and why I want so many people to learn about this opportunity. All right, cool. All right, let me go to the bottom. I'm a little bit behind here, so I'm just going to jet ahead. Let's see. Delight, you got another question here. Any upper limit in supply for Hex, PLS, PLSX? Would they be diluted like ETH? No. So here's the thing. So Hex, Pulse, and PLSX. So Hex has an inflationary supply, and PLS and PLSX have deflationary supplies. So what that means is Hex, the supply is always increasing, but the supply is always getting increased and being paid to the people that are staked, right? So it's not just being dumped on the market. But PLS and PLSX, the only people that can get, the only supply that will ever exist is from the sacrifice. So once the balances and the total supply go live on Mainnet, there will never be more PLS or PLSX. Hex, there will always be more. But what's likely is Hex will cost more. And because the supply is going to the hands of people, the overall supply will have less available liquidity, less available tokens versus the overall supply, which is a likely scenario to happen in the future. Let's see. Warped Impulse, I see you. Welcome to the stream. What's up? What's up? I hope you're having a great day. Let's see. Oh, it's good to know. I haven't checked the Pulse. Oh, no, they did. Yeah, I saw that the other day when I had my my MetaMask open. I noticed they had the front end for PulseChain as well, which is awesome. Yes, guys. This is the big thing. Another thing maybe people don't realize, ETH was 15 in the end of 2015. When was it 15 cents? I may have to look at the chart. I thought it was 75 cents or 70 cents. I'm going to have to go back and look on that. But guys, the opportunity here with PLS is massive. It's absolutely massive. All right, Alan. Go take your nightly soak. Yeah, take you guys with us by alone time. Great stream. Much love, fam. Don't get wrecked. Please don't get wrecked, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, Alan. I appreciate you coming by. We'll see you again in the next one. Have a great night. Enjoy your soak. Let's see here. Okay, this is a good question. So Bob Cooper, welcome to the stream. Thank you for this great question. It might be a silly question, he says, which it's not. But if we just received the T-share rate at the end of our stakes, why does the daily payout matter? Okay, so the T-share rate is what it costs to earn the payout per day. Okay, now the payout is a function of, or is paid out based on the percentage of total Hex staked, right? So right now, because there's 10% roughly of Hex staked, let's go to hexvision.io actually, and let's just hex.vision. Is this one? I think it's this. So hex.vision. So right now we have 9.661% of the total Hex locked right now. And if we go to, I don't think you guys are going to see this, but I'm just going to go to Hex Whalebot on Twitter and quickly get the daily payout number. So the daily payout is So the payout per T-share is 6.03 hex per T-share. So what this means is that the T-share rate calculates how many T-shares you get paid for the life of the stake. But the payout will fluctuate based on how much hex is staked of the total percentage available. So 9%, as we go higher in percentage, the daily payout, so 6 hex per day daily payout is going to come down a little bit, and it's going to come down as it slowly goes up in the amount of hex that's total, or the total amount of hex staked. So more people staked and a higher volume of total hex staked is more likely to have the price go up, because there's just less available, right? It's not for sure, because if people are just holding it, because there's point something percent of the available supply right now. So if everyone staked their hex, there's still that giant amount of liquidity, or not giant, but that amount of liquidity in liquidity pools, right? And that's going to push the price up. But the payout would go down. The payout would go down if everyone's staked. But that would be a phenomenon. If everyone's staked, I mean, you're going to hear about that. I think people are going to jump onto Hex like, holy crap, there's like a 10-year average. So I think people would jump on it quite quick. So I hope that answers your question, Bob Cooper. Let me know if I need to clarify that more, and we'll go in a little deeper. All right. Yes. Okay. One thing on the free pulse. There is I'm going to tell you this because I'm going to tell you about the fire and how to handle it. Well, not how to handle it. You do your own thing. It's your own money. It's your own pulse, whatever you want to do. But there's a part of the site which you can go and do gambling. But just know, if you go in there and not on testnet, if you do it on testnet and you lose everything, it doesn't matter. But if you go on mainnet and you gamble with 10,000 pulse and you lose it all, that 10,000 pulse is irrecoverable. You cannot get it back. Okay? Just know that. So if I have Hex on Ethereum, Unknown says, I can swap it for PLS or PLSX, right? So you can't. So yes, but it's a little bit, I got to add a little bit to your question here. So I would say, if I have Hex on Ethereum, when I get my copy, can I swap it for Pulse or PulseX? And the answer is yes. You could swap your Hex on Ethereum for PLS and PLSX as well, but it's, depending on how you look at it, you may want to use your free copy instead of the Hex on Ethereum. But you do whatever you want, whatever makes the most sense to you for your strategy and what you need to do for yourself. But yes, technically, you could use your Hex on Ethereum to swap it for PLS or PLSX. Is that actually true? I didn't hear that from any of the guys on Free Pulse, so I'll have to look into that. I will look into that and find out, but I had not heard that. That was far from what I've been hearing. Let's keep going. I'm probably way behind. All right, later, Ash. Have a great rest of your day. Let's see here. It's going. Yo, what's up, Vic? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a great day. Loving life in the crypto world. It's another beautiful day in the crypto world. Okay. How do Okay, this is an interesting question. How would you divvy out 5,000 hex going into fork? How much staked versus liquid, and why? 5,000 hex going into the fork. Well, you know what? It really depends on what you want to do, like how you want to utilize hex. Because if you're having like, I would ask you why you want to keep your hex liquid in the first place. You know, why and how long would you want to stake it? Because best way to utilize hex is to stake it for the longest period of time possible. And having liquid, you're technically not utilizing it to the best of its ability. What you could do is, if you really wanted to, going into the fork, because if you're worried about fees in the future, okay, like thinking like, oh, if I stake 15 years, in 15 years, maybe I have to pay a whole ETH for my gas fees to end my stake. Well, if you stake now for however long, even if it is one full ETH to end the stake, by the time that happens, your PulseChain hex is going to be matured as well. And you could extract value from that, which will probably have increased by quite a bit in that time. And you could literally pay for the gas fees with some of those gains. and you're still way up because you got a free copy, and that free copy, which is increased in value and interest, you're now using to pay for the gas fees, right? So, I mean, personally, going into the fork, I'm probably going to, I already am staked at the moment. I'll probably, by the time the fork comes out, I'll probably still be staked. So I won't have any liquid. I would like to stake everything longer because I want to take advantage as much as possible of the way Hex's system works and get the most interest possible out of it. And PLS and PLSX are my short-term coins, as far as like from between a year to 5 and 6 and 7 years, you know? So personally, I think holding liquid Hex isn't even a really good, I mean, it is, it just depends though. You got to do this. You got to figure out what you want to use the Hex for. If you want liquid Hex on PulseChain, then maybe keep some liquid. It depends. Like how bad do you want PulseX? How much do you want to divvy? Do you want like it? How much do you value it at? It's a tough question to answer for you, but try just, if you think that having liquid Hex, some liquid Hex can get you the PLSX that you want, then maybe hold liquid. Maybe hold liquid. If PulseX is a high priority for you and you want mostly PulseX on PulseChain or Pulse, then hold liquid maybe, you know? But please just think about it. Make sure you have a good strategy and just stick to your guns, you know? All right, Sandy, thank you so much for coming by. Have a great night. Let's see. Ooh. Sending a 5K Hex starter pack for cryptographic subs. Post to public Addy. Starter pack for cryptographic subs. Sending 5K Hex. Wait, are we doing like a starter pack? Yeah, I like this. Okay. What do you want me to... Yeah, we can get some subs, a starter pack going. That'd be pretty sweet. I'm into that. I don't know how we do that, but let's go. Yeah, if we come up with a game plan, that'd be awesome. Get people started on Hex. Let's see here. This is a good question. Will it be proper to say least likely pair to get impermanent loss would be PLSX and PLS? Let me think about that for a second. I think it's one of the more likely pairs, and I'll say why. Like all of them are going to have the likelihood of something like that happening, but the reason why I'll say the most likely pair, and I would also say pre-bridge would be the most likely time you would see impermanent loss, because my line of thinking leads me to think that PulseX, and Hex, right, will all have a very large amount of liquidity in pools between pairs. So that means that when these pairs are tied together, that means the price also is likely to move together, right? So it seems less likely that a big buy could happen and the price could go on one side and create an arbitrage opportunity, right? And then all of a sudden you pull out your coins and you have impermanent loss. It seems less likely, but at the same time, I think it is the most likely that it will happen pre-fork because there are no pools already with determined ratios for PLS and PLSX. You'll have people setting those ratios, and people will want to get, I think people will try to utilize that to their advantage. And if one side of that pool is completely drained, they might get wrecked, right? Like a whole side of that pool could get drained, even if you are like a bigger holder and you have one side of PLS or PLSX that gets completely drained because there's so much more of a demand than you expected. Well, then you're done. There's no PLSX or PLS on one side, and all you get is the other side, you know? So it's just food for thought. There's a lot to think about when it comes to impermanent loss. And that's why I don't really want to go near the farming. I know I would be patient. It'd be a long-term thing, but just because it could get my emotions up, you pull out at the wrong time and you lose coins. It doesn't sound like and plus too, why would you stake your PLSX unless you're a massive, unless you have billions, right, or trillions, or however much? Why would you risk impermanent loss when you could just stake single-sided and have passive income that you can just pull out like that without ending the stake? It doesn't really make much sense to me. I don't think there's going to be, which is another reason why PulseX might go up faster than we expect. Might. Because if people go along with this strategy where they're utilizing the staking pool, there's not a lot of liquidity. There's not going to be a lot of PLSX on the market, so it's going to be more expensive quickly because the ratio between whatever the major pairs are is going to have an easier time going down, right? So just food for thought. I'm not saying that's how it's going to work out, but in my mind, I'm seeing an opportunity there for PulseX to jump up in price. All right. Ed Batar, do you feel like the price of Hex will drop dramatically after mainnet launch? I think we'll see a little bit of a dip on the Ethereum side, although I think it will be short-lived. I think it will be very short-lived because my thoughts on what will happen, let's say the scenario happens where there's an announcement for when PulseChain is going live, whether it's 24 hours, 5 hours, a week, whatever it is. Let's use that situation for this hypothesis here. When that announcement happens, the amount of people that are going to go to Hex and buy Hex is going to launch it up to the moon. Not like the moon, but it's going to launch it quite a ways. The price is going to go up in that situation, right? We saw it the last time after the PulseChain sacrifice, and everyone thought PulseChain was going to come out. It ran up to like 56 cents. And if that happens, great. Then the price goes up, and people may jump from Ethereum to PulseChain, right? And switch and bridge their stuff over, collect more PHEX, and just stay on PulseChain. But the thing is Hex is still Hex. The way it works is still the way it works. So even if it dips temporarily, the people who can afford to buy that and understand it, who want to buy more Hex, are going to see that as their opportunity to get in at the new potential low before it goes up even more, right? So I don't see it going down dramatically. I think that we'll see a little bit of a dip. And there may be a bit of a discrepancy between PulseChain and Ethereum Hex, but I don't think it's going to be very big. I think they're going to be very, very close to each other. There may be a temporary increase in the PulseChain value, and maybe over time, PulseChain is a little more valuable. Depends on how ETH plays out with ETH 2.0. It really depends, but I don't see there being a massive drop for Hex at all. It just does not make sense in my mind, even the slightest. The notorious one. Nice. I like it. It took me a moment to figure out what how to pronounce that there, but I like the name. Thanks, Cryptographics. I love how you don't use clickbait thumbs or titles, yet I find your content is the most informative with simplified, understandable explanations that will help onboard. Great work. Hey, I really appreciate that. I really want to get the messages out, and I'm trying. It's hard because, you know, on one front, if you use a little bit of a clickbaity title, people will get to it. And if I'm posting the right content and making sure the information's good, then I kind of can justify it. But yeah, I don't know. There's a balance there. So I do appreciate that, though. I appreciate that. On PulseX exchange, is PulseX used for trading fees, or hold on PulseX exchange is PLS used for, oh, I see what you're saying here. So the trading fee for like that 0.29% trading fee is actually going to be taken out of whatever the transaction is going on the network at the time. There's also, on top of that, a gas fee just to have that transaction permanently registered on the blockchain. So there's two transaction fees. There's the one from PulseX that is withdrawn and sucked out of whatever the two tokens you're trading. And also there is a small portion of PLS you're paying. Hope that answers that. Let's see here. So there's two ways. One is freepulse.io, and also welcome to the stream. One is freepulse.io, which is a place where you can basically click a button every day. Let's see here, freepulse.io. You come here and you just basically, there's a little captcha where you click and you have to just select like the bunch of buses and make sure you're not a robot. You roll a number and then you can get between 1 and 1.4 million pulse every hour. It's pretty damn crazy. And this is a great way to make sure you always have pulse as well, because, and I wouldn't recommend recommend this, but if you want to be sure, just in case like something happens and this isn't up and you have a little bit of pulse, leave like 0.01 ETH or even 0.001 ETH in your wallet just to make sure you can get at least one transaction over on the Pulse network. And that transaction could be for like swapping one hex for another 10 or 1,000 Pulse or whatever the value is going to be, right? But that one transaction is critical. So either hold a tiny bit of ETH, but that's it. If you hold more, you're wasting your money. You really are, because you're getting diluted. Because if you hold one ETH, which is $3,500, you're getting 0.0001 of a dollar in replacement of that for every $3,500 you're holding. So, all right, cool. So the bridge works by basically it wraps your tokens and allows you to bring Ethereum tokens or PulseChain tokens onto either Ethereum onto PulseChain or PulseChain onto Ethereum, right? And otherwise we wouldn't be able to cross over. And also the importance of the bridge is not just for that. It's also so that PulseChain can have value, so monetary value attached to the tokens, because if there was no bridge, everything would just be ratio. There'd be no outside influence. There'd be no dollar value on everything because it wouldn't be attached to it. There wouldn't be any way to validate that value, right? So it goes a little bit deeper than that. I don't want to get too technical though here, but just know this is the pathway to get A, value onto PulseChain, monetary value, and B, be able to swap tokens that are on Ethereum for stuff on PulseChain and vice versa. Okay, we'll just leave that there for now. PulseChain hasn't been working for a couple days. You may be on the old PulseChain network. I'm not sure if, because the one I have on my wallet is absolutely working. Interesting. And Linda, go to pulsechain.com. So that's here. So pulsechain.com. And type in these, go to your network settings in MetaMask and type in these guys here. Okay. And this is the Block Explorer URL that you're going to want to type in at the very, the second to last one, I believe. So type these in and make sure that you have the current settings and then try again. Danny C, thanks so much for coming by. Great information. Keep up the good work. I appreciate that. We'll definitely keep the information coming. We got a lot to talk about actually with the voting. Oh, you know what? Well, we got time because guys, we're getting up on the 2-hour mark here. Let's quickly talk about the buy and burn function and the voting system. Those are two things that have have been implemented recently. And I'm going to actually just jump to, really quickly here. Yeah, I'm going to jump to the front just so I can catch up on all these chats. And let's go to, okay. So now guys, this is one of the coolest things. If you haven't seen my video on the buy and burn, how it affects price, PulseX has built-in mechanisms. So that way every transaction, like let's say I go into PulseX here and I want to switch I want to do one pulse for 2 PLSX. Okay. So where is it here? Let's go swap. So check this out. It shows here the fee, the liquidity provider fee, right? Every time you do a transaction, there is this fee that is basically 0.29% of the transaction, right? So the reason it's 0.0029 is because 1% of one pulse would be 0.01, right? So 0.29% of the transaction is going to equal what I'm trying to swap with, right? So it's going to be 0.00. So you have like 0.29%, which is 0.0029 pulse. So that's the fee. Now that fee, okay, is not just like, okay, it's just a fee that goes to the liquidity providers. It does go to the liquidity providers. However, we also go in here, which is this burn page, and check this out. You can come in here and people have been on it. And this is going to be very hard to earn anything with this function because you can earn PLSX with or by doing this. But you come in here and when the transaction fees are going, the USD value for these builds up. And you can select them. And you actually go in and you burn whatever PLSX is sitting in here waiting to be burned. It doesn't get burned until the public calls the function. So total PLS burned already is 9.97 billion PLSX already. So this is how this works, though. I want to be very clear on this. When this happens, this isn't just like it's being removed from the system, because we know that PLSX is deflationary, right? So that means that the supply is always going down, but this is how it's going down. And it's not like it's just being taken out of the supply. It's as if someone like you or I would go into and buy PLSX. And when people buy PLSX, that pushes the price up a little bit. If you're a bigger buyer, it's really going to affect the price, right? So what this function is literally doing is buying PLSX, which is placing upward pressure and and moving the price up a little bit at a time. Okay. So now the reason in one of my last videos talking about the PLSX buy and burn and its potential effects on price, the reason I called it pressure is because the market is going to dictate more so than this which way the price wants to go. So this is going to act like pressure, either to further enhance upward movement or to hedge against, meaning to combat if there's people trying to sell the price down. It's going to stop those sellers from actually pushing the price way down. This is going to hold it up a little bit. Like it's going to push, and we're going to have a little bit of defense essentially against that great wall of selling that might come in someday. So this function is so cool. And if you happen to catch it when at a time where is it here? If you happen to catch it at a time where these values are all getting loaded up, like let's see if we can get maybe a little bit in here. Nothing. If there is USD value in here, then you get a little bit of a reward out of this. You'll see there's a bounty here that'll come up. It's not going to be a lot, but you'll get a little bit out of it. So it's a little incentive, check in here every once in a while, because sometimes people might forget. You might stop in and maybe there's like a couple hundred PLSX just sitting here for you to claim. Be a pretty cool feature, right? So that's the one cool thing that has come up recently. And this is one of the last steps for the public function of public, what's it called? Getting everything ready for PulseX. And so if we go back in here, there's another thing as well. So if you hold PLSX, you can go to this voting page. So again, the 3 dots here, you go to voting, come in here, and you can actually, so the developer team will place proposals in here. This is called a DAO. This is the Decentralized Autonomous Organization. You come in here, and if you hold PLSX, you get a say in what happens within the protocol. So the community can also have, proposals as well. Like look, some of these here, what is it? We're aware. I think there was one in here that I saw that made me laugh. Anyways, you could come in here and you could vote on, where is it? You could vote on these, what's it called? The proposals. Wow, that's a hard word to think about. You could vote on these proposals and have things happen. Like this is where the pools are going to be determined for the staking pools. Lots of cool stuff. So this is one of the last features, I believe, to be implemented and finalized within PulseX. So we're almost done, guys. We're getting pretty damn close. Not much left to do. Yeah, exactly. So the feature was actually brought over from PancakeSwap. PancakeSwap's been doing that since the get-go. But yeah, Cake has is massively inflated with no cap. PulseX does have a cap, and I think PancakeSwap actually had an issue with the supply originally, where the buy and burn didn't happen for a while, and the price crashed. And so there had some issues there. We are dialed in, it seems. We're dialed in. PulseX is going to go nuts. Pulse is going to go nuts. I think Hex is going to go nuts in the coming years. And we got 2 Hexes. Oh, I'm just so excited, you guys. I am so damn excited. All right, we're getting the last 5 minutes here before I end the stream, guys. If you have any questions, any final questions for the night, drop them now while we've got a little bit of time. Sam says, I cannot withdraw PRT token from the stake PLSX. It says I am not using enough TPLS gas. I have more than 10 TPLS. Can you tell me what is going on? Interesting. So what you may need to do, your gas limit may be set too high. What I mean by that is when you do a transaction, let me, where is it here? I got to go to switch the screen sharing, and let's do an entire screen. Yeah, let's do this. Share. Cool. So let's go to let's go to pools. So when you're in here, for people who don't know, I'll walk you through this when we get to your question there, Sam. We're going to go to the staked PRT. We would harvest it, confirm, and then what's going to happen is you're going to get this MetaMask window that comes up. Now, in here, if it's saying not enough, what you may need to do is you may need to come in here and press edit suggested gas fee. And the gas limit may be too low, right? It may be like way down here. So if you raise your gas limit to 37.5, I think it is, or 375,000, because that's what seems to be working for mine. Make your max priority fee 2 and your max fee 2. You should get a working transaction. So try that out. You may have to mess with those settings. Oh, hold on. No, that's not the right one. All right. Let's go back to... All right, guys. We're going to on stream for like 3 more minutes here. Let's see. All right, guys. If we got no more questions, I might sign off a couple minutes early. Can't wait for PulseChain cheap transactions. Seems like years of crazy gas fees on Ethereum. Yeah. PulseChain is going to be amazing. Guys, if you're hyped for PulseChain, so am I. I can't wait. It's coming soon. It's coming within the next 1 to 4 months, I would say. But just way too excited. So, guys, you know what? I think we're not getting any messages in here. I think I'm going to call the stream there. If you enjoy the stream and you haven't already liked this stream, please go and smash that like button. We got 134 watching. We got 168 likes. If you haven't already, smash that like button. And if that big red button fancies you, or you fancy that big red button as well, then go and smash that. I would absolutely appreciate it. So again, videos coming all throughout the week, and there'll be streams. There'll be videos 5 days a week. Where am I here? I'm the wrong one. Videos 5 days a week, and streams are going to be Tuesday and Thursday, as well as Saturday, Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Eastern. And guys, thank you so much for coming. I hope you learned something today. Hopefully we'll have some more guests on the show. Like I said, we might have some future people coming on here with some great topics. So thank you for coming, guys. I love you all. I appreciate you. I will see you in tomorrow's video and on Tuesday's stream. So thank you, guys. Have a great night, and